Many streets in Phoenix are designed to handle 20,000 cars a day, but end up carrying 30 to 40,000. So last spring, the City Council told the engineering department to experiment, do whatever it thought was necessary to relieve serious congestion problems. The department did, and the council has heard the results. For instance, the reversible lanes on Washington have upped the speed 4 miles per hour and reduced delays by 30%. Traffic accidents, though, have increased somewhat. And Phoenix has 25,000 accidents a year, 10,000 of those while cars are making a left turn, and most of those at intersections without a left turn signal. But left turn signals may not always be the answer. They can disrupt traffic flow and be dangerous to pedestrians. Still, the city has increased the number of left turn signals nearly 50% and plans to add more. The city had 40 projects planned, costing just under $1 million, such as adding turn lanes and signals. 30 of the projects have been completed, and traffic is flowing fairly well. But as the city grows and the streets begin carrying even more traffic, freeways may be the only answer.
Hopefully the Black Canyon would have some alterations made to it when the Papago goes under construction.
And what kind of improvements are we looking at?
Well, you're talking about additional lanes to alleviate the problem.
And you mean north-south on the Black Canyon Freeway?
Yes, total reconstruction.
But don't get in any big hurry. Those changes won't come about for several years. Morgan does add, though, that the Papago Freeway, if and when it's ever built, will be the deciding factor. He says there aren't many things the city hasn't already done. Bud Foster, Cool News 10.
57 public and private airports throughout Arizona will be included in the state's plan. Among them is Phoenix's Deer Valley Airport, which serves as a good example of the importance of airport systems planning.
We're presently the second busiest airport in the state in terms of takeoffs and landings, with 275,000 operations a year.
And that number of flights and takeoffs is expected to more than double by the year 2000. When the city of Phoenix took over Deer Valley Airport a few years ago, there were 200 planes based here. There are now 445, and that number is also expected to double soon.
So I think Deer Valley is an excellent example of the need and the benefits of good planning. The city of Phoenix recognized that there would be a need for additional airports in the area to relieve the pressures at Sky Harbor, and that was the reason they bought this land out here.
Yet there are other airports that are being strangled by rapid growth rate and a lack of space to grow. Airport owners are troubled with such things as land acquisition, noise abatement, and the size of runways. The state plan is designed to look at the next 20 years of airport development. Because the federal government puts together a national plan, the state's plan will have an impact on future funding. Mike Era, Cool News 10.
Arizona lawmakers are considering a bill which will up in-state resident tuition $100 to $650 a year at all 3 schools, and out-of-state tuition about $1,000 to $2,600. State Representative Lillian Jordan says the increase will save taxpayers a lot of money and doesn't feel the increase will keep students from continuing their education.
I don't know whether $100 per semester will keep anybody from attending the university or not. I have a feeling it won't. They really want an education.
Student reaction on the ASU campus is mixed.
An out-of-state student, how is this going to affect you? Are you going to be able to come back?
I'll be coming back, but I don't think that my parents will be too happy about it, because they've already raised the tuition once since I've been here, and it seems that it just keeps going up, and I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
The tuition here is cheaper than it is for me to go in-state at school, and the hike's going to bring it up to a more reasonable status with Illinois tuition schools in there, but I'll be able to take care of it. I mean, that won't affect me too much, but in the comparison for percentage-wise, it's a great increase.
Well, I was attracted here first because of the weather, but now that I've been here, I'm a sophomore, and now that I've been here 2 years, I really like it for other reasons. It's a good school, but when tuition goes up, I can't believe it would go up that high just for out-of-state students.
For in-state students? Not really.
You're still going to stay in school?
Yeah, I'll be in school.
Arizona students are now paying $450 a year at ASU and the U of A, $400 at NAU and Flagstaff. Carlos Amezcua, Cool News 10.
Right now, the Community College District has a UNIVAC computer that is used for bookkeeping and administration. It's also used to teach students computer programming and other subjects. The new plan would add some equipment to the UNIVAC computer and use it only for administration. The school would then lease an ITEL company computer to use in teaching. A computer expert from San Francisco, Herbert Grosch, took a look at the school's plans this past week. He said he thought the system the school wants to invest in is too costly and sophisticated for its purposes.
What you have, I think, is a proposal for a very sophisticated computer system that would look very good at ASU or at a similar university that does want to turn out computer science majors. You've got a lot of youngsters there that are going to be in contact with computers for the rest of their lives, both as consumers and as employees of outfits like banks and department stores and so on that use a great deal of them. But they aren't going to be, in most cases, computer professionals.
The school's own computer consultant disputes that. He says the ITEL computer was chosen after studying the school's needs for several months.
We're training people here at the community college to fill programming positions and analyst positions out in industry and in business. And the kind of training that we need to provide to these students is best suited by the kind of configuration which we have recommended to be acquired.
The school district says it never asked for Grosch's opinion anyway. Grosch says the district just wants a computer bigger and better than anyone else. But the Community College District Board seems satisfied with the choice and is expected to approve the contract soon. Catherine Smith, Cool News 10.
On January 24th, the Tempe branch of the Arizona Bank was robbed. As the suspect drove away, Gary Fenn began following the man and using his CB radio contacted Tempe police. After a chase down the freeway, the man shot himself. In this case, and others like it across the country, a private citizen provided valuable assistance to law enforcement officials. Phoenix police now have this same capability. With a $6,000 federal grant, 20 CB units have been installed in shift supervisors' vehicles.
Well, probably our most important commodity, Kent, is time, and consequently, if we can cut down the communications lag from the time something is observed and the time that we're able to respond, then we're that much better off as far as protecting the public, property, and for that matter, saving lives.
And what about the problem of confusion as the officer tries to listen to several radios at once?
Well, naturally, the priorities are with the police radio, but the radio that we're using here, Kent, has a scanner that picks up, and we set the radio to where it picks up close signals on channel 9, the emergency frequency. And this scanner enables us to filter out a lot of the routine traffic that you would normally have.
Roberts looks at the CB radio as a valuable new tool and says he is anxious to see if it works. The only drawback? The ribbing he takes from fellow officers about that bright red antenna. Kent Dana, Cool News 10.
You probably don't think much about becoming the victim of a major accident until it happens, and then it's no longer up to you to do the thinking. It's oftentimes up to the men in blue, the paramedics. But in recent months, the Arizona Emergency Paramedic Association has become concerned that the paramedics themselves are falling victim to the stress and pressures of their own job.
The call comes in and it starts off by me hating the dispatcher for sending me on the call, and then I get there and instead of being supportive of the patient, I sometimes find I'm saying, okay, what seems to be the problem here? And I myself am treating that patient not as a human being, but as just another problem that I got to cope with in order to get off duty or to go back to bed or whatever.
To help solve the problems that stress causes both on and off the job, paramedics are meeting here for an 8-hour workshop believed to be the first of its kind for paramedics in the country. Both paramedics and their wives were invited to this session since marriage is becoming yet another victim of the paramedic's job. Dr. Dan Boland, a Valley psychologist, has been looking into the problem for a number of months.
But when you're dealing in areas of life and death like firemen and police officers and doctors and medical personnel, then the payoff becomes a great deal radically different. And that's our intention, is to look at stress as it affects these professionals and their professional partners who are their wives.
Another session will be held next month for single paramedics, and the workshops may eventually be expanded throughout the state. By helping to find solutions to the problems of the paramedic, Dr. Bowen feels it may also mean that you'll be getting the very best care at a time when you may need it the most. Nancy Williams, Cool News 10.
Earlier this week, the Phoenix City Council decided not to take any action on an ordinance which allows flower vendors street corner selling privileges and not anyone else. Those who sell fruits and vegetables, lamps, silverware, statues, and the like say the ordinance is unfair because it discriminates. Yesterday afternoon, these two lamp vendors, Ray Collette and Barry Clark, were at 35th Avenue in Glendale selling their wares when an inspector gave them official violation notice and told them to pack up and leave. This afternoon at 7th Street in Hatcher, this fruit salesman, L.H. Maddox, was told to leave, and he refused. The inspector called the police to get Maddox off the corner. He left when the lot owner asked him to, but indicated he'd find another corner tomorrow from which to sell his fruit and continue to defy the law.
We're going to get back on another corner in the morning. Get your cameras ready. We'll be ready.
The council took no action on the ordinance, electing to wait until someone challenges it in court. Vendors are obviously beginning to defy enforcement of the law, and Collette and Clark say they will get a petition drive started to change it. They add that unless the city bends a little, they'll go to jail if they have to. Mike Ara, Cool News 10.
The Department of Public Safety announced this afternoon that they've purchased 60 new radar units. They hope to have about 150 in the field by the end of the year. The new unit picks up vehicles about 1/2 mile away. It registers speed in moments and can work in both directions. And a word of warning to those of you who have purchased gadgets hoping to detect radar. DPS says that those gadgets shouldn't work well with this unit.
We do have some units that will pick this up, but by the time that unit goes off to warn the person that there's radar ahead, the speed is already locked into the back of it.
One particular advantage of the new unit is that it works on a narrow beam. That means it can be used in high traffic areas, as the officer demonstrates for us here on the Maricopa County Freeway.
We'll start out with the outside lane here and pick up the white Chevrolet or the white Oldsmobile at 49 miles an hour. Move to the inside lane, pick up the green Ford coming at 58 miles an hour.
Although we didn't catch any speeders while we were out, DPS says that right now the average speed for Arizona drivers is approximately 65. They hope the new units will bring down that speed to the 55-mile-an-hour limit. They also hope it will bring down the seriousness and the number of accidents as well. Monica Lee, Cool News 10.